Okay. Um, Good evening and welcome, guys, to tonight's lecture. And we're making impressive progress from last. From the start of this lectures, from the start of this tutorship here, this tutorship rather, making progress, and we are here. Okay, we are here, and I understand that you see my priority is not to just my priority is those of you who come here and pay attention in class, write down notes, because it is my joy, it is my pride that you have results. Profitability is what we are looking for. Over the course of the years, since the creation of the whole um trading of a thing, this type of trading that we do, this forex trading that we do, there's been lots of theories, approach, concepts, models, strategies that seeks to find the reason behind how things happens in this market, or this concept tries to you know find a way around the market. And one of the loopholes that majority of these concepts have is that in their approach to finding a way around this market, they skip the understanding part. Okay, so yes, you can say, okay, there are some concepts that will teach you that um, this is a lower this is a downtrend, and then for the market structure, they will tell you this is a higher high. I'm sorry, this is a downtrend, right? So they will tell you this is a higher low and a lower. Sorry, this is a lower high and a lower low, lower high, lower low, and like that. But explaining it that way, yes, you are correct based on price pattern, because truthfully, that is how price delivers based on pattern explanation or pattern understanding. But when it comes to the fundamental understanding of why it is a higher, it is creating that this high, this low, then create a high that is lower than the previous high, that you now call it higher, lower high, then another one that is lower than the previous low that you call lower, lower low. It's not a question of what it has done, because if you are looking at what the market has done based on, and then you are using that as a determinant for assumption that that is what it will always do, hence you are thinking, or you are looking at market to always repeat that kind of pattern, most of the times you'll be wrong. So because in a downtrend, the characteristics of a downtrend is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I'm sorry, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. That is not the reason for the downtrend. That is the pattern that a downtrend show, but that is not the reason why it's a downtrend, as you would call it. In MBM, we don't call it downtrend. We refer to it as price is dropping, or price. That way we understand what we're talking about. So what is the reason behind price creating a high, a low, and then the next high is lower than the previous high, and then the next low is lower than the previous low? That is what MBM seeks to explain to you. In yesterday's class, I was able to explain how we ascertain price in the market. And I was able to teach us about previous day levels, previous day low, and previous day high. I'm sorry, previous candle levels. Yeah, please pay attention to that. Previous candle levels. And I told us about previous candle low and previous candle high. Now, what I did not talk about yesterday, I'm going to talk about it now. You see, when price is declining, we're already in class, so pay attention. When price is declining, hold on, let me hide this. When price is when price is declining and it's dropping, it would keep on decreasing based on the participation between bidders and askers. Good. Now, this participation would leave footprints. Let's call it footprints in front of the screen. And this footprint is what market structure people refers to as, other traders refers to as market structure rather. This footprint is what other traders, those who do not trade MBM, who don't understand, that's what they refer to as market structure. But what exactly is market structure? How is it created? How is it formed? Mind you, in support and resistance, there is something they call trend line. That means, the slopy drawing of price. But most traders don't understand the creation for that trend line. They just see it as one candle touch, candle touch, candle touch. All these things are wrong. They are false. Let me explain a simple, what happened. Okay, the reason behind a decline in price and what you see, MBM, other traders will say lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? MBM traders don't say lower high, lower low because our focus is on price, not the patterns that price have printed. I hope you get what I'm saying. All these things are patterns. They are things that somebody somewhere crafted and dictated it to you people to be following, not what the market itself presents to you. So MBM traders, those people will tell you, oh, this is lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and they are showing you the surface level representation of price. MBM traders, we don't do the surface. Remember, you don't trade patterns. So MBM traders, we go to the underground to see what is happening exactly. So let's use 3 candles, for example. So this previous candle, this next one, and then I'm going to add another candle here. And of course, this candle, let's imagine this candle, of course, opened here and then went up a little bit to create expensive. At this point now, we can say, okay, price is expensive, and then it dropped, and then, went up a little bit and then closed. Now, let me use another candle. Let's imagine another candle opened. Okay, another candle opened. Yeah, opened. Okay, went up, means price is expensive enough to start selling. It dropped. When it got here, price, since it has cleared previous candle low, price reversed and then closed here. Now, let's explain what happened in these 4 candles. We know that price cleared this candle was the starting candle, and this next one. So this candle, price cleared previous candle low and then reversed. But in the process of clearing this previous candle low, yeah, you see this candle itself has its own high and low. Then this next candle cleared previous candle low, and then when it cleared it, bidders came into the move and they bought price up to this portion before market closed for the day. And then market opened, price went up above the daily open, meaning that price is now expensive. Price is expensive. And then what happened? It started selling. When it sold to clear previous candle low at this point here, this previous candle low, cleared it, what happened? When it cleared this previous candle low, what happened? It created the wick for that candle. And then it closed. In fact, let me make this candle interesting. Let's just say it did not reverse. It just started selling. It was not. Now, this next candle did not give us the chance to deal. It just, from open, it just started selling. And it sold to clear this candle low, and then the price came into, you get. So for every, remember I told you that every sell move in the market is the footprint of askers, okay? And every buy move in the market is the footprint of bidders. So you always know that anything sell, it is askers. They were asking. And anything buy were bidders, people who were bidding. I hope you get what I'm saying. I hope you get what I'm saying, guys. They were bidders. So every down move is telling you that, hold on. Okay, guys, sorry. Now let's continue. So every sell move, every time you see this sell here, this sell here, this sell here, this sell here, they were created by bidders. And every buy, this bull here, this buy move here, were created by, I'm sorry, every sell move were created by askers, and every buy move were created by bidders. And why is that? Because bidders create liquidity for askers, askers create liquidity for bidders. Bidders feels askers liquidity, askers feels bidders liquidity. So at every low, we know that it is bidders that are in charge. At every week low, bidders are in charge. At every week high, askers were in charge. They were the ones selling into the liquidity provided by the bidders. And at every week low, bidders were buying into the liquidity provided by the askers. Now that we have this knowledge, we do not trade market structure. This is why I say MBM traders, we don't trade market structure. What we trade is still price. So market structure, people will tell you this is what? High and then low. And then high, lower high, lower low. Lower high, and then lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower. And they keep on telling you those things. Meanwhile, that's not the reason. What they are telling you is not that they are wrong, but they would lose a lot. And this is why they lose a lot. Because their interpretation is not based on price, it is based on pattern. So we know why this high was created. We know why this low. This thing they call lower high or lower low, we know how everything were created. I hope you get what I'm saying now. So we don't trade patterns, we trade price. And this is why MBM, now for those who trade, what's it called now? For those who have, for those of you who suffered at the hands of support and resistance, then they will draw a trend line and they will tell you that they are expecting a trend line touch here so that they can start selling. Unfortunately, it will not happen. Why? Because when market opened, it went up, and at this point, it was expensive enough to start selling. So it does not have time to go to that trend line. You see the defect in the things that you guys have been trading all this while. But imagine if you have the ability to know that, okay, once price open and then it goes at, when it gets to this point, it is expensive to start selling. Wouldn't you sell? You will sell. Would you wait for any structural pattern formation or whatever? No. What you will just follow is price. It's price. And this is why when MBM traders can enter at the very, very top. See, MBM, when you start trading MBM and I've teach you entry pattern, the way you will start seeing, and your entries will be at the extreme tops of swing moves. Swing moves. Candles. You are entering at candle wicks because you understand what is happening at those points. I'll teach you everything. Don't worry. So you can see how understanding of a singular candle now led to the interpretation of multiple candles. And the reason for price, you now see how price is declining. And this is what happened in every single candle. Every single day, every single hour, every single minute. So MBM traders, we don't, all these things are not structured. Delete those things from your head. Remember when I said, if you want to master MBM, you see everything you have learned, throw them away. They don't work. They don't. They are, they, I'm not saying they are, I'm not bashing them or saying that I do not recognize their proficiency, but they lack efficiency. They're not efficient. I suffered a lot at the hands of most of these things. Trend line, can't even count how many trend line that did not hold. Or some that will, okay, let's imagine that trend line now. And this is the reason why some of you, your trend line, sometimes it will not hold because price get to this level and it's tired. It says it's expensive already and it's not done. And it's ready to start selling. And for some of you, you see your trend line, price will just come up, take you out, and then start selling. For the MBM trade, for trend line traders, they will say, Kai is a fake out, is a fake out. But for MBM trader, what is this? Is this not previous day high? Did price not clear it? And then it starts selling. Don't worry, we'll go to the chart and I'll show you. Is it, sorry, previous candle high, not previous day high. Price cleared it and then it starts selling. Please, if I say previous day high, just assume that I'm talking about previous candle, okay? Reason is because I reference the daily time frame. I'm a trader. Okay, I'm not just a teacher. I'm a trader. I make money from this market. I reference this thing. You can see how your trend line fails. And this is why your structure also fails too. Because this is a higher, this is a high, then a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then now you're expecting what? Lower high. So that it will create what? Lower low. But what happened? It cleared it. And then you people, and then when they did not understand it, they now go into teaching you major and minor structures. Those things are false. Yeah, I in the previous MBM lecture I held with, the free one I did early last year, I had to teach them structure because at that point I wasn't willing to give out MBM. I just had to give them pattern recognition game for them. But here I am teaching you the thing, the real deal, so that you become a master of the market. You don't get swayed anyhow. See how price broke that structure. As you people will call it, it broke structure, right? And then what happened after break of structure? Continuation. That's a lie. You know how many of your structure have been broken that price continued? Don't let anybody. This game is a game of intelligence. Don't subscribe to pattern. The more if you subscribe to pattern, you go and lose. You will suffer a lot. So let's go to the chart now. And you see this small thing I've shown to you now. Let me go and show you on the chart. And also what I spoke about yesterday. In yesterday class, I was in yesterday class, I was speaking about candles and how candles clearing previous candle low. Now today is Friday, and this is Friday candle. And yesterday I told us that by the time it clear previous day low, what will happen? It will create the wick. And you see what happened? It created that wick. Or if it had created previous candle high, it would have created a wick also. But this is not what I'm looking at. Let's go to the let's use now. I'm going to go to lower time frame, and I'm going to show you these things that I just showed you, this structure of it. And then once I'm done, I will now come back. And by the time I come back, what we will be doing now is technical analysis. What I've shown to you just now is fundamental explanation. I want to go and show it to you so that you'll be familiar with it, so that by the time we come back, we'll now merge this thing, what I taught you yesterday and what I just spoke about now, and then we'll now start trading. By the time we are done with tonight's session, today's Friday, yeah. By the time we are done with tonight's session, you can go and back test, and because I'll give you a practical that you can go and back test, and you begin to see this thing play out. Okay, so let's first go to the chart, then we'll come back. I will be using the 15 minutes time frame, and then I'll be using the daily time frame, but for the sake of context, I'll be going to the 15 minutes time frame. So let's start from Monday, this day here. Now, what happened was that Monday opened, went high. You see, when price went high, when it got to this portion here, what happened? It sold. Why did it sold? Because price is already above the daily open. The day opened around this region here. Price went up. When it got here, it sold. It sold. And then it sold to where? Below the daily open. Now that price is below the daily open, what happened? It bought up. So now we have, let's start. I'm referencing something. Now we have this high and this low. And then price went up. Yeah, to this high. Now, why am I picking this high? Because this high now is above the daily open. Okay? I should not even be picking that high. I should be picking this high. So I'm picking this high. Okay, so why am I picking that high? That is the highest point. Okay? Now, this is a high. Yeah, but let's pick this one. Don't worry, I'll teach you. Now, from that high, price dropped to where? Below the daily open. And then from there, what happened? It went up again to this point, above the daily open, below the daily open, then went to this high. Now, see how we are able to filter out through the noise by following the daily pattern and the daily price action. But inside of, you see, just this low here to that high there, you can count how many wrong structures how many losses you would have taken. For example, this is what they call a lower high, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. And then you see this low, see how it took out that level. And then it still continued. And the price created this level here, went a higher low, create a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and then took it out again. So for those of you who understand pattern, you understand that. You understand what I'm showing to you. The reason why I'm not teaching it is because we don't use patterns as MBM traders. The point I'm trying to show you is that on every candle, Okay, and I'm referencing the daily candle now. And every candle, they work hand in hand. So for today, let's start from here again. Price opened here. Okay, created a high, a low, and then closed here. I think it closed here. When it closed here, the next candle opened and then created a high, created a low, created another high, created another low here, and then what happened? Closed. Well, I'm just paying attention to the major levels, okay? And then it closed. And it opened, created a low, created a high, created a low, created a high. Sorry, guys. Created a high, created another low, then it's closed. Created a high, created a low. Now, what I've just shown to you now is what's it called now? Is basically following what's it called now? What I've taught you as MBM traders, not pattern. I didn't follow pattern. I only followed price opening above the open, below the open. Now, let's look at other things like what's it called now? Based on what I've taught you, yeah, MBM, what's it called now? We use this day. Okay, let me start like this. This day is our reference day. Let's start from this day here. From here to here, I mean, from this white line to this other white line means a single day. And each candle represents 15 minutes. So how many 15 minutes can we see inside this candle to make up a whole day? I can't remember, but I'm sure it's much though. You get what I'm saying? And you can see them. So it's the same thing happened for every candle. Now you see this day opened here, came low, and then closed here. No, it opened here actually, created a high price, and sold. Now, why did it create? Now, why am I paying attention to this level? Because it is above the daily open, yeah, and it sold. This level 2 is below the daily open, and then it bought, and then it closed here. Now, we anticipate that the next day will do two things: clear this previous day high or this previous day low. And what happened was that I cleared previous day high above the daily open, and then it sold. Now, this is where the mistake, this is where the error now comes in. You see that after when this one started selling, it did not continue to sell. Instead, it went back up to clear this high before now selling to below the daily open. Now, the reason why this happened would be explained and how to filter through them. But imagine you are a structured trader, you definitely would have made loss here. Or you definitely would not even understand why you will even think price is already reversing. Okay, so you can see how let's say if I remove the candles now, if I hide them, you see, open, high, low, close, open, high, low, close, open, low, high, close. Now notice what happened also, that at every, let me return it. Also notice what happened. From the opening price, this particular day has already cleared previous day high. And what happened? That it sold. This particular day, this is previous day high here. When it cleared previous day high, let me show it to you here. You see this high? That's it there. When it cleared previous day high, what happened? It sold. See that sell there? This is the sell. It sold. Even though it continued up, but the point is that it sold. Previous day means previous candle. It's still the same thing. It sold. The same thing for this one, where it didn't clear previous day high, but almost cleared it. There are other there are, yeah, of course we can know it if price would not clear previous day high. We can know all these ones in MBM. They're we are just starting up. I'm building you up from the beginner level. The point I'm trying to let you know is that if you follow structure as an MBM trader, you're gonna lose because you are already the way you trade. You are creating structure. You are not following structure. Price opened, and what are you expecting? You are expecting it to go up or down. Then it came down, created a low for you, and then he told you to buy and you bought. Who is creating the structure? You. Why? Because you know that from here there's likely to be a move up. Now, I'm not talking about the whole long move. I'm just showing you rough work. When we get to where business is, we'll talk about business. Now, this is just structure. Now, let's talk about previous day levels. Previous day levels. Now, this is the previous day. This is the high, and this is the low here. When price cleared this low, this low here, previous day low here, when price cleared it, what happened? It started buying. And then this is where price closed. And this place where it closed is the same level. Remember, there are some candles that will not have wicks, like I taught you guys. And this is one of those candles that does not have wicks. The close of the candle is the highest of the day. And what happened? Price above it, and then it sold. And then where is the high for this new day? Now, this new day started. This new day started, and we need a high. So, previous day high, this previous day high here, see how price cleared it and then sold. For the structured trader, they will say higher high, higher low. Okay, guys. Um, welcome. My apologies. I don't know the previous recording had to stop, and I wasn't even aware that it had stopped recording until when I finished teaching. And I mean, I spoke for as long as almost 30 minutes, but it's all right. I will just continue from where we stopped, where I was talking about. I was referencing the previous day levels. So price comes to the previous day low, clears it, and then reverse up, creating the week for that day. Now, or for that candle, which is still the same thing. Now, the interesting thing about trading market business model is that if you know when you were trading support and resistance and all those things, when you were trading those price action stuff, you would probably have lines on your screen like this, and then you draw other lines identifying something that you call candles, and then you would also draw another line here calling that one probably support line. You see your see how dirty your screen is, and this is even on the high. This is even in an advanced traders level. For a beginner level, it will be more rough than this. The screen is rough, and you don't even know which is which. But with trading MBM, once you identify your time frame, you don't really need to input. You don't really need to start drawing and drawing. For example, when price cleared this previous day low here, I don't need any line to tell me that. I could just place an alert on the previous day low and previous day high. Okay, previous candle low and previous candle high. And once price clear those levels, I just look for my entry model and I enter. I hope you get. But like I told you, this is me just showing you simple things. Now let's look at somebody who trade. I mean, let's look at this week in trading. Let's look at it. This is Monday. Now on Monday, price clue took out Friday's low. You see this level here is Friday low. So let's reference that. So this Friday low, price took Friday low out and it reversed, started reversing. Now from this reversal, it went up to, it created close to about how many pips move. Let's check how many pips from that reversal, from this low to that high there. Sorry guys. Mm, Let me make this thing look very good. Yeah. So from this low here to this high here, to this high here, how many pips? 114 pips. Yeah, as you can see. So just this move, let's say for example, this is the only thing you trade as an MBM trader. You have closed the week in profit. Closed in profit. You see that? So there are a lot of things, okay? A lot of things, but this is just one of them. Okay. There are other things we're still gonna learn, we're still gonna talk about. Still other things that helps us identify price region. That we know, okay, it's expensive, it's cheap, and all those things. So that's just it. That's just it. So um we're going to go back to the class now, and I'm going to now teach us properly how we reference time frame and price, and something that you can, I mean, today's Friday, so you can practice it for the weekend. Okay, I'm going to remove this now. now 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 this is the reason why you will notice that while I was teaching, I was talking about previous day lot. The reason is because I would advise that as a beginning trader who is just starting out MBM, start from the previous day level. Don't start from 4 hour, don't start from any other level. Because as we progress in our teaching, when we get to understanding fractal, when we get to fractal of price, there's a way I will teach you guys so that and that is when we get to entry. Most of the times when we get to entry. So when we get to entry model, explaining entry models, I will teach you so that even if you are entering on the daily time frame or you are referencing the weekly or monthly time frame, your entry will still match as if you are on the lower time frame. So you don't need to start refining and doing a lot of things or start selecting or picking time frame. That is the beauty of MBM. Price on 5 minutes. If price is at this portion here, this region here, if price is here, sorry, let me mark that well. If price is here on the monthly time frame, if you go to 1 minute time frame, it will still be there, it will not change. If you go to 1 hour time frame, it will not change. Go to 12 decades, that is where price will be. So as MBM traders, we have learned, I have found a way to sync everything. Find a way so that by the time we are trading, we are not saying, okay, because of in other concepts, they will tell you, oh, this level here, when they will tell you, okay, when price comes to this level here, they are expecting something to happen. But when you go to the lower time frame, you see that this level will change or something else will happen to it. Okay, I reference support and resistance a lot because that's what majority of you would be trading before you come into MBM. And some of you will be trading other concepts. But support and resistance is basic. It's basically what majority of you will be introduced into. I was introduced into it. So I'm also speaking from my own experience. Hope you get what I'm trying to say. So if you are entering or if price is respecting a certain level, it is doing that on all time frames. So you are in sync with price. You are not, as an MBM trader, you are not trading time frame. Some of you will say, based on the whole trading style of traders that all these traders that will say, I am a day trader. I prefer they used to, all this ideology of higher time frame and lower time frame. In MBM, we don't do that. All time frame is a time frame. We don't call it higher or lower. It is a time frame. There's a way we now combine them together, but we don't separate them. I hope you get. They are a time frame, not higher time frame, lower time frame, or whatever. Hope you get. We'll get to that knowledge, that side. Now, as an MBM trader that is just starting out, if you get to this level and this is your first time getting here, it means you are a beginner in MBM and you're just starting out. Please always reference the daily time frame. Now, why did I say that? Because you see, the daily candle and the candle that determines every other candle is the daily candle. Every other candle, either weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, or hourly, minute, or seconds candle, is determined by the daily candle. Why did I say that? You know that based on time zone, the normal day starts from which time? 0.00 o'clock, right? Which is 12 a.m. 12 midnight. That's when every day starts in the world. But trading time is different. When there is daylight saving, the trading time starts by 23 o'clock. When there is no daylight savings, it starts by 22 o'clock. So a new candle for a trading day starts from 23 o'clock or from 22 o'clock. So from November to March/April, you are anticipating that your daily candle will open from 23 o'clock and close 22:29 and 22:59. And then from that April/June, you are expecting that your daily candle opens from 10 in the evening, that's 10 p.m. to 10 p.m. to 10 p.m. to 10 p.m. too. That's from 22 o'clock to 21:59. I hope you get. Now, this means that every 1 hour candle will start from 23 o'clock to 00 o'clock, from 00 o'clock to 1 o'clock, from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3. You get. It will not follow the normal time zone calculation. It will follow the trading time calculation. That's why, as a trader, when you're starting with MBM, start from the referencing the daily time frame. As we proceed in our knowledge, we will go deeper into breaking them down into candles and session. But for now, what I want to teach you is what you should practice for the weekend. Go to your chart. So let's represent. That is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sorry, Thursday. Okay. So this is Monday, this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So from this here is 23 o'clock to 22:59. Then price open from 23 o'clock to 23 o'clock, from 23 o'clock to 23 o'clock to 23 o'clock to 23 o'clock, like that. Okay. So each from here to here, this is the opening, this is the close. At this close, remember a candle opens where the previous candle closed. So this is the opening, this is the close based on daily. So this is, I'll call this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, if you want to trade Monday, just wait for price to open, clear Friday high. Now, this is an assignment, okay? And it's not just an assignment, this is how we trade it. When price open, wait for it to clear Friday high, and then you sell. Wherever it's closing is not a problem. Then wait for it to open again, probably clear Monday. Then the next day you are referencing is Monday. Did it clear Monday high? Yes. Then you look for sell. Wherever it close, doesn't matter. And then you anticipate it to clear either way, Monday high, Tuesday high or Tuesday low. So let's imagine this one cleared Tuesday low. Now, the interesting thing about this one now is that it might clear Tuesday low and still clear Monday low. Both of them is still the same thing. So let's imagine it cleared both lows. Then it went up. And what happened? Closed here. Opened again. Now, this is what? This is on Thursday. We anticipate that Wednesday high and Wednesday low. So it might clear Wednesday high, then sell off, then close. Then we anticipate that it will clear Thursday high. Friday will clear Thursday high or Thursday low. So it might go and clear the low, then then close. So as MBM traders, previous day level is a starting point. Did price clear previous day high? Yes. Study, did it sell? Yes. It might not literally, it might not trend. I've not teach you entry model. All I'm just showing you is that, see, in fact, it can go as high as this level, but the point is, did it sell? Yes. Just pay attention to how these things play out. In some scenarios, it will not clear each of these days. In some scenario, it will clear either of those previous day price level and continue going up. In some scenarios, it will not clear, but just pay attention to the ones that respected those price level. We are still learning. The reason why everything is looking rough right now is because now, remember when I when I was teaching, I said this is the point whereby things will start getting rough, because that is what technical analysis is. That's what it is. Technical analysis is drawing, representing information graphically. So you need an astute body of knowledge that you can, a compendium of knowledge that you can add together to help you filter through a lot of things and understand a lot of things. I don't know why this thing is showing up. It's like this thing these ladies do. You know, ladies, when there's this thing they used to do, they call it kneading. They knit wools to form a sweater or a cloth. It is the lady that once the lady carries the thread or the wool and starts kneading it, or when they carry the wool and they start kneading it, you don't know what they want to create, but by the time they are done, you see mastery, a wonderful piece of clothing. Or like a potter, when a potter carries the mud to create the pot, you say, ah, why is this person playing with dirt? Or I mean, even when the potter starts molding, you might not even have a picture of what that potter is trying to create. So we are at that point whereby we are gathering mud. Things are looking rowdy and scattered. It's normal. It's normal. It's not. It doesn't mean you are learning jargons. This is how it's supposed to be. This is how it was for me. This is how it is for most of my traders. But no matter how confusing it is, how it is, believe that at the end of it, mastery is what you would get. So now you might go to your chart and you see, and there are some levels that did not go as I've taught you, that some levels will clear previous day high and continue going up. Don't worry, we'll trash them out. But for now, pay attention to the ones I have teach you. Leave those ones that I've not talked about. Don't worry, we'll cover everything. You can tell I'm telling you now for a fact that you can tell that, look, you can tell that, okay, the fact that this previous day high is clear does not mean price would reverse. Yes, it's covered in MBM. MBM is not barb one side and leave the other side, or MBM is not cheat one side or know one side and leave the. It teach you everything. Either or, as long, no matter how many possibilities exist in this market, it is covered in the market business model. Your job is to relax and let's learn. I'm saying this now because some of you will get to this portion, you begin to see some parts happens the way I've taught you, some parts did not happen. Don't worry, you are learning. Remember, we start from MBA 001 and we are building a body of knowledge till where we are today. So all of a sudden, I'm not just going to say, we are done. That's what I just want to show you. It's not possible. That's rubbish. That means I've wasted all your time all this while. It's trash. It's not worth the hype. We still have lots, we still have videos that will cover so many things. Your job is to follow, listen, and learn. Okay? So this is where I'm going to stop for today. In tomorrow class, by God's grace, we'll proceed and we'll talk more about price, price delivery. At least we are already speaking in the language of the market business model, and we'll speak a lot about other things. Okay, but for now, since it's weekend, these things I've shown to you, please practicalize them. Okay, by the time we get to that region of explaining entries, understanding exhaustion. Okay, once price clear previous day levels, now it's how do we know it is exhausted to start reversing? You get what I'm saying? I'll teach us all those ones. So, but for now, guys, do have a wonderful night rest. I'll see you in tomorrow's class. Okay, bye bye.